All right, we're back.
We're back with another one.
We're back with episode number 2. We almost had a guest on for this episode, but
they reneged their offer.
It didn't quite pan out. Just housekeeping, I guess. We're doing an episode every 2 weeks.
Yeah, every other Wednesday.
Every other Wednesday at high noon. there will be an episode of the White Guys podcast.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, so welcome back to the White Guys podcast. Today we're going to be talking about one of my childhood favorite movies. Last time it was Velocipaster, which is like my current favorite movie. This used to be one of my favorite movies. Back when I was like
2.
Well, I wouldn't say 2.
An infant.
Yeah, back when I was like an infant.
An infant.
So yeah, we're going to be talking about The Pirates Who Don't Do Anything, the Veggietales classic. You know the song?
No.
Sing the song, Owen.
I just watched the movie and I don't know the song.
That's incredible.
Just do it. You sing it.
No, I want you to sing it.
I don't know it.
You're telling me you don't know
we are the pirates who don't do anything. Something. About laziness.
I don't know if that picked it up, but
yeah, that was kind of sad.
Communal dot. Would you like some?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
but of course, I didn't drink any last episode.
That's true.
It's in. That was stated somewhere.
He's drinking it now.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious.
Delish.
Just as usual, just as I would expect. All right, so let's discuss this movie. We watched it very recently, so we
literally last night.
It was literally last night, so it should be ruminating.
Yes.
Still in our minds. So I looked up like the background info. The movie came out in January of 2008. Which is actually kind of impressive.
Yeah.
For like how good it looks.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Like
that surprises me.
Yeah, I know. I looked it up and I was like, oh.
Yeah, I was thinking at least like 2012-ish, right?
Yeah, no, it was good.
Yeah,
the animation
it looks good.
It was very VeggieTales. You know how it is.
Mm-hmm.
It was directed by a man named Mike Now Rocky. I don't know if you've ever heard of
like N-O-W?
No, N-A-W.
And you said Now Rocky.
Nah Rocky.
Nah Rocky.
Nah Rocky.
Nah Rocky.
And it had a budget of $15 million.
That's actually crazy. Who gave them all that money?
VeggieTales. The veggies did.
The veggies did?
The veggies did.
Bob paid for it.
Bob himself came down from his counter and said, I'm going to make a movie out of this, and then dropped 15 million.
Guys, 15 million. Bob isn't even in this movie.
That's true. Bob
is gone.
Yeah, like the VeggieTales does this all the time where they do like adaptations of like famous things.
Yeah, they're like actors.
Yeah, they're like
in a movie.
In a movie. But Bob's not in this one.
Yeah, he doesn't make a single appearance.
Larry the Cucumber is in it.
He's in a starring role.
Paul Grape, the other ones that also are.
Yeah, and Mr. Lunt is in a starring role. Yeah, but no Bob the Tomato. And no Junior Asparagus.
True.
Or is he in?
I don't think so.
Is he in the theater parts?
Maybe in the background.
Maybe.
He's not like a supporting role, you know?
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have a major role.
Yeah, so that was surprising. Laura the Carrot isn't in it either.
True. I think she's a newer addition.
Newer
addition to the cast.
Okay.
I also have the ratings.
Oh.
Yeah. So IMDb gave it a 5.6 out of 10.
That's crazy. It's definitely worth more than that.
I think it's worth a little more than a 5.6, but
we'll get to that.
IMDb knows their stuff, and we'll get to that.
Mm-hmm.
And Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 43%. 43% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
That is crazy.
That's really low. Like
that's really low.
As much as it's a Veggietales movie, like it's kind of decent.
Yeah, it's still good.
It holds up.
I think they're just being mean because they don't have hands.
Yeah, they're just ableist.
Or legs.
The people at Rotten Tomatoes are ableist.
They're ableist.
They just don't like people without hands.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Where are we at? Are we starting the premise?
The premise?
The recap? Yeah. Okay, go for it.
All right, let's recap it up. Okay, so the film opens on a pirate ship, if I remember correctly. Mm-hmm. It's like two pirate ships that are like fighting, right? So they're like cannonball, pew, pew, pew. They're like sword fighting and everything. And then
with no arms.
Yeah, reminder, they have no arms. So the swords are
and yet floating. Okay, I know we're like already
no, go.
This is important. They constantly reference arms and legs.
Oh, that's true.
But like, legit question, how did they even know about arms and legs?
Yeah, that's true. The main villain is like a robot.
Yeah.
Or like he has like robotic or mechanical arms.
And legs, yeah.
But no one else has arms or legs. So like where'd the inspiration come? Yeah, because if they don't know,
where's his inspo board?
They don't know what legs and arms. They shouldn't know what legs and arms.
Well, is it like because they're on
the dancing rocks have legs and arms?
Yeah, but they're not vegetables. They're dancing rocks but the little Cheeto monsters don't have arms or legs.
That's true, but they're also like a food group.
True. I mean, some kids eat rocks.
That's a good point.
And
I've met some.
Yeah, you have.
I met a kid at summer camp that ate rocks. We probably shouldn't laugh at that.
What else? Oh, maybe it's like the people because they live on the kitchen counter.
Oh, that's true.
Maybe they see people. Maybe,
yeah.
Or what about like, the one Veggietales movie where they have like the robots who make the weird internet jokes? They have arms, don't they?
They might.
Who built them?
I don't know. Like, yeah, but like
probably Bob,
the inventor.
Guys, Bob is
coming up with the like inventions here that just like have arms.
It's got to be Bob, guys.
It's probably Bob. Bob is like the mastermind.
He is, unless it's Larry. Maybe Larry's got like the sleeper builds of mental acuity,
the sleeper IQ.
The sleeper IQ. What about I don't know what the tall asparagus is called. Archibald. Maybe he comes up with the.
Yeah, but
that's tough.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Oh, okay.
The lights are back. Okay, sorry for all the audio. The lights just shut off in our studio,
in our domicile.
All right. Yeah. So the movie opens on this pirate scene, right? They're fighting, and essentially the like prince is on one of the boat. The prince of like.
Hold on. I have it written down.
Oh, it's the kingdom.
It's. Oh, where is it? It's like Moretta or something.
Moretta.
That sounds right. I don't have it written down.
M.
It does start with an M.
Okay, well, it starts with an M. The Magic Kingdom.
Is it magic?
No. So the prince gets
Princess
kidnapped.
Or Prince, not Princess. Prince Alexander.
Yeah, Prince Alexander gets absolutely kidnapped.
He does get absolutely kidnapped. He gets like
the ship.
He gets
his uncle, nonetheless.
Yes, by Robert the Terrible.
Robert the Terrible. Robert the No Good, Very Bad.
Yeah,
he's the main villain. He is the main villain. Uncle. That's important to the plot, I think. It's kind of like they've got like a Lion King thing going, where the brother is the like main villain because he wants to be the king.
Also, Prince Alexander is voiced by Yuri Lowenthal. And I know nobody knows who that is off the top of their head, but it's the guy who voices Spider-Man in the PS4 game.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Well,
that's where the 15 mil went.
The PS4 game hadn't come out yet, so he's not. Like,
it's true. Yet. Yeah, that game came out in 2018, 10 years after.
Yeah, exactly. So he's not big yet.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe he did voice acting for like other things too.
Nah, that's true.
But I recognized his voice. I was like, is that Could that be perchance Spider-Man?
Could that be by perchance the Spider-Man?
Could that mayhaps be perchance?
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay, so the prince gets kidnapped, and the prince's sister, is also on the boat.
Really?
Yeah, really. And also their annoying
Willoughby.
Yeah, Willoughby.
No, not Willoughby.
No, what is it?
Willery. Yeah.
Willery is like their butler man. He's the most annoying character in the entire.
He's so
like
pessimistic.
He's just like everything that happens, he's like just the most negative.
Yeah. He's played by Archibald.
Yep. So the princess manages to hide from the pirates, and the pirates kind of just dip. They're heading back to their secret lair or whatever.
Yeah.
So the princess comes out, and she uses this ball that she's like, my dad gave it to me.
The help seeker.
And then she like, if we press this, then we'll get some heroes. And then she presses the button.
Heroes.
And the ball just kind of like, bloop, disappears. Right? I think it just disappears.
I wasn't watching that scene. I was too busy.
Yeah. So then we cut to the present, I guess.
Yeah, the present day.
In which
Do they say that it's time travel? Is that like a thing they say? Or is it like a different dimension?
I think it's time travel. I wrote down that it was time travel.
Okay, it's time travel, guys.
I wrote down in my notes very specifically, I said, wait,
dead air.
Why does the help seeker transcend space-time?
Because God
question.
made it. That's why.
Oh, that's true.
Because Prince and Princess, whatever, their dad is like 100% supposed to be God.
Yeah,
There's no way it's not God.
Bit of a theory.
He does appear on screen. We'll get into it later.
Okay, so the help seeker transcends space-time and just kind of appears in the present day, right?
Yeah.
And in the present day,
in good old 2008, right after the Great Recession.
Yeah, this is during the housing crisis of 2008.
No, it was 2007 or 9 whatever.
Whatever. This is a movie podcast, not a.
Well, it's important because Sedgwick is poor. Remember?
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. So then we meet our three main characters who are working. They work in this it's like medieval times. If you've ever been to medieval times, it's like it's one of
a dinner theater.
It's like a dinner theater, but the chosen theme or like show that you're watching is just like in medieval times is like a real life thing where you go and you watch like a medieval.
Is it at West Ed? Is that
no? It's in like I don't think we have one in Edmonton, but it's like you go and you watch like a medieval fight thing, right? Like that's just like people in like armor and they sword fight and ride horses and stuff. It's really cool. And then
real horses?
Yeah, real horses.
Dang.
Like live horses. They do like jousting and stuff. Like it's actually sick. Anyway, he's
been there because he's upper middle class.
You just had to say that. What? I'm not.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
Moving on.
Okay, so
we're talking about the dinner theater,
right? So the dinner theater in this version, it's like a pirate thing.
Yeah.
The dinner theater is like
they fight like bad pirates, and there's a sea serpent.
Yeah, and they're singing. The pirates sing.
They do sing
in the dinner theater. Yeah. So they're the singing pirates and whatever. The three main characters are not singing pirates because they're merely cabin boys.
They're mere cabin boys.
They just do like serving. And
they're
stuff.
lesser.
Yeah, they're lesser because they're just cabin
Larry
boys.
the cucumber, he's lesser.
They all look up to the actors. Like Sir Frederick
the Gourd.
Sir Frederick the Gourd.
The goat of a gourd.
He's literally like made out to be like the perfect vegetable
guy.
I was gonna say man, but they're not really men, are they? They're vegetables.
Yeah.
Okay. So Sir Frederick.
I didn't know we were going to be talking about that.
They all look up to Sir Frederick because they're like, oh, he's so brave. And
he's the star of the show.
He's the star of the show, and he's so strong and courageous, and he's
so gourd-like.
He's so gorgeous. Okay. So the cabin boys, anyway. So a long story short, there's this blind guy that walks up to the three cabin boys and is like, "May I have a..."
He has a prophecy.
He's like a
and it's
prophet.
really dramatic. It like zooms in on him and the lighting changes and it's like,
yeah.
he's like, if you see the crab,
Yeah, there's like,
climb up.
Well, let me see if I can find it. Yeah,
And
there's
he's like,
a whole...
when all is lost, the help will come in the shape of a donkey.
In the shape of a donkey. He says it like that.
Oh, he says it like that.
Yeah. Prophecy.
While he looks that up, the three main characters are like, there's Pa Grape, and in this movie, his name is it just George? I think it's George, right?
Yeah, I think it's George.
Yeah, and then Mr. Lunt is Sedgwick, and then Larry the Cucumber is Elliot.
Yeah.
And Elliot and Sedgwick have like girlfriends, and George is married to Caroline. And Caroline, and they have two kids.
I can't find the prophecy. Doesn't really matter. There's a prophecy and it involves donkeys and levers and stuff.
And crabs.
And crabs, yeah. So anyway, then they go outside because they are all, or actually they have like an audition.
Yeah, they want
the play.
Yeah, they want to be part of the show because they want to make more money. They want to be.
Yeah.
They want to be heroes.
They want to be like Sir Frederick.
Sir Frederick.
Yeah, so they do like an audition and they suck. So then they all go outside, but they're still dressed as pirates, which is important to the plot.
Who don't do anything.
Yeah, well,
as Sir Frederick so rudely implies as he passes by.
Oh yeah, that's true.
With his darling son, he's not a darling. He's actually quite a menace.
He's actually quite a menace. But yeah, so they go outside and Sir Frederick is like,
you're bad.
Yeah, you guys are like the pirates who don't do anything. And they're like, haha. Anyway, so then the help seeker shows up. This ball.
They think it's a bomb.
Yeah, they think it's a bomb.
Because it's blinking red.
Yeah, it's blinking red. It's this metal ball.
Elliot is way too curious.
Yeah, he just kind of runs up to it, like grabs it, picks it up, and then he presses the button on it while it's blinking
at
red.
Close range. Not even with a stick.
And just like, and then like a rowboat just spawns in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they're all like, "Oh, a rowboat," and then they get in the rowboat.
No, Sedgwick gets mad and says, "You ruined my life!"
Oh yeah, that's true.
And then that might have peaked the audio levels. And then he tackles them into the boat.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. That is what happens. And then they press the button again. And you know what happens then? They get transported back in time.
To the open seas.
The open sea.
To the seven seas.
The seven seas. And pretty soon, the princess just kind of happens to float on by in her boat.
Giant boat.
Giant boat.
Why didn't they like take the boat with them?
Yeah, the pirates?
Yeah.
I don't actually know.
It had like a nice little...
It was a nice boat.
Yeah, there was like a nice globe. Yeah. They had a nice vase.
There's probably some gold in there. They
probably.
Wanted the prince.
They wanted the prince.
They wanted the throne.
They were single-minded in their endeavors.
They were single-minded. So yeah, they get picked up. And I don't know,
they're heroes.
Yeah,
they've come to save us.
The princess is pretty adamant that they're a bunch of heroes. They're dressed as pirates, which is intimidating
to Willery.
Yep.
Willery's like, you're actually dumb.
Yeah, Willery is just immediately like, you guys are not pirates. You guys are not heroes. You guys suck.
Bro is like the most authority-defying butler I've ever seen.
Yeah, literally. He's horrible. He's like not fun.
He's like Alfred, but not well-meaning.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, so anyway, the princess is like, you guys are my heroes. You're here to save me or something. And they're like,
no.
They're like, yeah, we can be like Sir Frederick. And then they decide to help.
We can be Gourd-geous.
We can be Gourd-geous too. We are also like Sir Frederick. You are like Sir Frederick. You are like Sir Frederick. So then they say, oh, this is where they say the like iconic line where what's his face? Who's Mr. Lunt? What's his
Sedgwick?
Sedgwick.
Also, what a name.
Sedgwick.
Sedgwick. I kind of love it.
Sedgwick?
Sedgwick. Like sedge, like edge, but with an S on the top of it, and then wick.
Okay, like hedge.
Yeah.
Hedgewick.
No, it's Sedgwick, though.
Sedgwick, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. So Sedgwick says the line that, like, I'm sure is, like, clipped somewhere, but he's the like, does anyone know where the bathroom is? He has, like, a very iconic accent.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think I'm pretty sure it's an iconic line. You guys can confirm whether that's true or not.
Clip that.
Clip that. And then someone gets called a buffoon. I wrote that down.
A buffoonerer.
Yeah, I wrote that down because we call each other buffoonerers. Then
they're like, oh, the pirates like actually know how to run the ship though, because for their audition,
that's true.
All their positions are like positions on a ship, so they know how to like unfurl the mast and everything.
All the dance moves and choreography and stuff that they learned for their audition is like actually legitimate pirate words.
Yeah,
and like actually it just helps them make the ship move.
So maybe they are heroes. Maybe Eloise is onto something. Maybe Willery is even more wrong than we thought.
The princess says, even princesses can do what's right. Willery. Exactly.
Just get rid of Willery.
Yeah, so they agree. They all
Fire
start
him. Add him to the peasantry.
The peasantry. Okay.
Have him jailed along with Robert the Terrible.
Oh my goodness. He deserves it. Okay, so they get on the boat and they go to this like tavern where all of the pirates sing about breaking noses and drinking root beer
and yanking hair.
Yeah,
it's the tavern noses. The Tavern of Jolly Joe.
Yeah, because this is it really? How do you remember that?
I don't know. I just do.
I didn't even write that one down.
It's just in my vestibule.
Okay. What is it? What is that? I need a sip of.
Yeah, so they go into the tavern I think they're trying to figure out where Robert's base is, and Madame Blueberry is there. Yep. Sassy as ever.
She's the token international character. She has a very French accent.
She's like the only fruit except for Paw Grape, but he looks like a pea.
He does. Well, he might.
He also doesn't. Bro does not have eyes. He's never had eyes.
He is a grape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they go to the tavern, and they like pull out Robert the Terrible's cutlass, which they had somehow stole again with no hands, and they pull it out.
When did they get
everyone
that?
in the tavern is like, ah, and they run away. He drops it while they're on the boat, and then remember they're like, I have more at home.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
everyone vanishes from this tavern in an instant.
In a snap.
It's crazy.
They just like pull out this cutlass that everyone knows is Robert's iconic.
How
cutlass.
Terrible could Robert really be? Like, are they just afraid of the unknown because he has like arms and legs? Does that like
actually
bother
just
them?
Discrimination. They were like, well, you have what I don't, so you must be terrible.
That's the only reason he's called Robert the Terrible. Maybe Robert is misunderstood.
Maybe Robert is just misunderstood.
Maybe he's a genius inventor. Maybe Bob's not in the movie because he invented the legs and was put to death for his crimes against.
Bob be Robert?
No, because he's green. Robert is green.
That's a good point. What vegetable is he then? It's like a green squash.
Maybe he's a green tomato.
A green tomato. Or he's like an unripe tomato. It's like a
He could just be
prepubescent tomato.
Okay.
Is that how
he has like facial hair?
Is that how they age? Like when a vegetable is born in the Veggietales universe, is it like let's say it's a tomato, right? Is that tomato born like green and then it slowly turns red as it ages and then turns like brown as it gets
dies?
older and older and then dies?
Maybe. Probably.
Like that's probably how it works.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. How did that? No, I'm not even going to get into that.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Okay. So
guys, cancel him.
they get back on the boat.
Yeah. Well, no, Madame Blueberry and the Jolly Joe's like the old carrot guy. I don't know what his name is. My guess is Frank.
Probably Frank.
And he gives them don't know I don't think it's a map. Is it a map or is it just
I'm
like a
pretty
guideline
sure-
of what to do?
I'm pretty sure, he might just like explain to them like, this is how you get to Robert the Terrible, and then he goes through all these different like steps, and then they're like, okay, I guess let's do it. So then they
Sure,
leave.
yeah.
But not before the Mrs. Grape or whatever. She uses the cutlass and
Madame Blueberry?
yeah, Madame Blueberry, and
Madame. You will respect Madame Blueberry. Madame
She
Blueberry.
like smashes a coconut in front of them with like her sword before she leaves or before they leave, just to like intimidate them.
She's so cool.
She is pretty cool.
She's such a
cucumber cuts much, or she's like warning them about Robert the Terrible. She's like, a cucumber cuts much easier than a coconut, and then she smashes a coconut as to put some emphasis on the phrase that she had just spoked.
Was the coconut sentient?
That was my next question.
Was it or was it too young?
What are you saying?
Or what if what if when they age, maybe they are just maybe they grow up and then they gain sentience, and then they lose sentience and then they go unripe.
That would be like if you
their life would be so brief.
Yeah, that would be such a sad existence.
Yeah.
Like imagine being the vegetables that were left behind, and it'd be like watching people go through like Alzheimer's. Like they just all of a sudden one day just aren't sentient anymore.
That'd be so
they just
heartbreaking.
become an object.
That's so heartbreaking.
Like Bob the tomato and Larry the cucumber are hanging out in their old age, and then all of a sudden Bob's just like, yeah, so yesterday
he's just a tomato.
And then Larry's just like depressed.
I could cry. That's heartbreaking.
That would be. I really hope that's not how that works.
Yeah, me too.
Someone look it up.
Yeah.
Make sure Bob's okay.
Someone comment their own headcanon of the of a fruit or vegetable's life cycle.
Yes.
In the
if you're still
Veggietales
listening,
universe.
I want to hear exactly what you think happens when vegetables grow up in the Veggietales universe.
Yeah.
Tell us your beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they leave, and for the rest of the like journey, the pirates are they do exactly like the title card.
They don't do anything.
They don't do anything. They literally just like sit on the deck.
We didn't mention before they go to the tavern, they like fight an enemy ship.
Nah, it lasts like 2 seconds. It's not really that important.
Sedgwick goes to the bathroom and accidentally just shoots them with a cannonball.
Oh, that's true.
It ricochets off like 10 cliffs. And then just destroys them.
I don't think that's how physics works.
Good thing you didn't take physics. Because that's definitely exactly how it works. Definitely.
All right, my notes say Edward Scissorhands mentioned, and then it says the clapping pass.
Yeah, they have to go to the clapping pass, which is like these two rocks that just like come together then they clap and then they go apart.
Yeah.
Then they go together.
Yeah, but first they have to go to this island to find the mural, which is in a cave, and it's literally just like a billboard just like sitting on the wall of the cave.
Flat Stanley-esque billboard.
Yeah, literally. They come in and they look and they find it, and then it tells them to go to the island of walking rocks and then to the clapping pass. So they read that, and while they're doing that, the princess gets stolen.
I missed that completely while I was watching the movie.
Oh my gosh.
I guess that means I wasn't watching the movie.
So they're in this cave looking for the billboard when all of a sudden the like spy. Sorry guys, the recording stopped. So what I was saying is the cave, they enter said cave.
Yeah, they find the mural and it tells them to go to the island of walking rocks and
and then they come out and the spies have stolen the princess. Like the whole boat. They just like they boarded the boat and then drove away in it. Well, I guess you don't really drive a boat. Well, you do drive a boat.
Yeah, you drive a boat.
Do you drive a sailboat though? Like one of those pirate ships?
You steer it with your rudder.
Yeah, so they steal the ship with the princess frickin' on it.
And Sedgwick is left behind.
And Sedgwick is...
Because he wants to revel...
No. We have to explain that part. So in the cave where they find this billboard, they also find just like an entire room full of cheese
Jeez. They're Cheetos, guys.
They're Cheetos.
They're Cheetos.
They're like an off-brand Cheeto.
They're no-name Cheetos.
Yeah, literally, they're like no-name Cheetos. And he's like, well, I don't want to go out there and like probably die in the sea when I can just live here in this cave
with Cheeto dust.
Cheetos for the rest of my life. And
bro,
they're like, you idiot.
Mr. Lunt already looked like he could be a Discord mod. He's just like, he's just going straight in.
He achieved maximum Discord mod status with that one. So he stays in the cave, and the other two leave. And they get out, and the ball starts blinking, like the ball starts blinking red, which means that they can go home.
Yeah, it means they can leave.
So Pa Grape is like, no, we can't, because the princess has been stolen. And Larry's but the ball is blinking and we can go home. And Pa Grape is like, no.
With great power comes great responsibility.
With great power comes great responsibility. And then he's like, well, actually, he says, he's talking about his kids, and he says, maybe they don't look up to me because I don't give them anything to look up to.
It's because he's short.
Exactly.
No, it's really deep.
No, it actually, that was kind of a good line. That was kind of a bar.
Bro's a shell of a man.
Yeah, he's literally depressed.
He wants to be better. He wants to be like gorgeous.
Sir Frederick. He wants to be gorgeous. Okay, so yeah, the two of them get on the boat, Larry and Pa Grape, and they're off to find the island of walking rocks.
Yeah, Sedgwick. Yeah,
they just kind of get rid of the ball at this point because the ball.
They get rid of it?
Go home. Well, he presses it, I think, but then like gets rid of it because it doesn't go anywhere. Like they don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
They do like a switcheroo on you because they pan away from Larry the cucumber, and then it makes the sound of him like pressing the button and transporting through space time. And then Pa Grape is like, he looks over and he's like, and he's trying to push the boat back off of the beach. And then Larry comes over and he's like, let's get moving. And he like helps push the boat, and then they're off.
They're off.
And then we pan back to Mr. Lunt, Sedgwick, because all of the Cheetos were actually alive.
They're alive. And they're ravenous.
They're like monsters.
They're really small monsters.
Yeah.
They're like, I was going to say they're like gnomes, but that's not really true. They remind me of gnomes, but they're not.
They kind of give off gnome vibes. I can see where that's coming from.
Yeah.
But I think they're more like...
They're like the scary gummy bears from Goosebumps 2 Haunted Halloween. If anyone's seen that movie.
That was a very niche reference.
Yeah, I'm full of them.
Okay, so yeah, they do that.
They attack him.
Oh right, yeah, they're trying to eat him. So they chase him all the way out of the cage, and at this point,
no, he comes to this like,
yeah, the rock wall.
Yeah, the rock wall.
I might as well give up. I'm gonna die.
This is the best way to die.
This is the best way I could die. Next to my eaten by my favorite snack food. And then he has like a moment where he's like, wait, I literally have a girlfriend who is like at home and will like be sad. And then he's like, crap, maybe I can do this. And then he climbs the wall and swims.
He sees the crab.
He sees the crab.
And then he climbs the wall.
That's true. He sees the crab from the prophecy.
And then he swims like 9.2 nautical miles or something.
To find the other two. Who are now on the island of walking rocks, which is basically...
Would you believe that there might be some rocks there? And then on top of that, they might be walking...
Yep. The walking rocks walk.
Really? And they have like, one of them has like tree pigtails.
Yeah, they're like, their design is actually kind of good.
Yeah.
Like they look like they walking rocks.
Yeah.
Okay, so the island of walking rocks, the Cheetos chase Sedgwick all the way to the island of walking rocks, and then that's kind of what makes the walking rocks like them, because they think the Cheetos are really funny.
Yeah,
they just kind of giggle.
Yeah,
and then they let them pass, and then they actually like one of the biggest, the like daddy rock throws
their ship
through the clapping pass
because it's like
closing.
it's about to close. It's about to clap.
It's about to clap them.
No,
it's about to clap those veggies.
It was never going to clap.
Those
them.
vegetables
are
about to get clapped by that pass. So the walking rock just whips them across the friggin' galaxy and through the rock.
Another 9.2 nautical miles.
Probably. They only make it like halfway, and then the walking rock jumps and like cannonballs into the water, and the wave brings them through the clapping pass.
Right before they get clapped. It's pretty intense.
It is quite intense. And then they're in the base.
It almost became very visceral.
But not quite. Not quite.
Yeah, not quite.
So they make it through the clapping pass, and now they're in the lair of Robert the Terrible, which is just like a, I don't know. There's what that's called. Surrounding it.
Yeah.
So
there's a name for that.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a name. There's a name for everything.
Is it a cove, maybe? A name for everything. That sure is how language works.
Okay. So they get into this thing. Sorry. And they go find the prince and the princess.
Yeah, they're imprisoned.
Yeah, and then they get out, and then Robert the Terrible comes in and he's like, "Oh, you guys are trying to free them?
No.
You idiots. No, you can't.
I'm the most gorgeous one of all.
I am the most gorgeous of them all." And then
he jails them.
And then he tries. Well, no. No, he tries to jail them. And that's when the prophecy thing comes in again, because the ceiling, the chandelier has donkeys on it.
Yeah.
And Paul Grape is like,
decorative donkeys.
Donkey. And he looks up and everyone just kind of watches him as he runs across the room to pick up a cutlass and then throws it at the wall to cut a string that makes the chandelier fall and hit Sir Robert the no good, very bad in the face. And like knock him out.
Dang.
And then his mechanical arms and legs fall off.
He falls out of his apparatus.
Yeah, he does. And he's kind of like,
he's just flabby.
But Robert the Terrible is like a really terrible pirate.
Yeah, because more like Robert the Mediocre.
Yeah, literally. Because like there are multiple times where he just like kind of stands there. Like this time, right?
Yeah.
He's standing there and Paul Grape is like, he does like a one-liner and then runs across the room and throws a sword. And Robert's just kind of like, "Oh no." And then he gets hit in the face with a donkey chandelier. And then
that's a crazy image. A donkey chandelier.
A donkey chandelier. And then again later in the thing we'll get to that. But it happens again later when he just kind of stands there and the rest of them just kind of beat him up. It's like kind of ridiculous.
They beat him up?
At one point. We're getting there.
Did I even watch this movie, guys?
I don't think he did. It's seeming like maybe he did not. Anyway, so they're all depressed, and then Paul Grape is like, "We can be heroes too," and he does the thing with the donkey, and then and then they escape, and then they're like they're in a rowboat, so they're like trying to row away when then Robert the no good, very bad comes up behind them and is like, "You thought you could get away?
You're dumb."
And just starts like shooting cannonballs at them.
Oh my gosh.
And then
the rowboat.
From the clapping pass entrance comes the king.
The king.
The prince and princess's dad, dearest father. Dearest padre comes in, rolling in, sends like one cannonball at Robert and it's over. Freaking dies. The ship Robert's the no good, very bad's ship just kind of sinks.
Robert the fairly awful.
He does
mediocre.
Robert the fairly awful. He does the thing where he's like standing on the top point and he sinks and then he's like, "No."
Oh yeah.
And then like slowly sinks into the ground.
I'm imagining in my head he just hits like the Family Guy death pose.
Yeah, he probably.
But his like head is
under the water. His
like vegetable body's just like extra flabby.
Yeah, probably. So they do that, and then they all get awards from the king.
They do
because they're like for bravery.
He's like,
or whatever.
I did choose you.
You are heroes.
You are heroes.
I gave you everything you could need right when you needed it. This is where our theory of the king being God.
Yeah.
Because it's just the way he
also
talks.
the way like Prince Alexander and talks about him when like Robert the Terrible has him. He's like, I don't know when he's coming back, but I know that he will.
Yeah.
It's very like,
because Robert wants to like kill him or something. So he wants to know like, when he's coming back from his vacation or whatever.
Yeah. It's very Second Coming of Christ-esque.
Yes. Very much so. So then, he gives them awards and then he just kind of sends them back to their own time. He's like whisks them away and they're like bloop. And then they bloop back into the present in 2008.
But
Remember?
Robert.
Oh yeah. But Robert. They're in the boat, the rowboat.
How did
again. And Robert just kind of like his mechanical arm latches onto the boat and transports to 2008 with them. So they show up in 2008. They come into the dinner theater. They find all of their loved ones, and it's great. Reunited, and it feels so good. Is that how the song goes?
Don't know.
Okay,
I believe you.
So they pop back into the thing. They find all their loved ones, and they're like, "Oh yeah!" and they embrace, and it's great. And then Robert the Terrible comes in.
During Sir Frederick's show.
Yeah, during Sir Frederick's show, and mistakes Sir Frederick for Pa Grape.
And like literally how? They're different colors.
They are literally different
and
colors.
like completely different sizes.
True. But they're wearing the same hat.
Right.
So they're the same person. Evidently. Robert the Terrible thought that. Yeah. So Robert the Terrible.
Robert really is terrible at like so many things.
He's really just not good. No good,
very bad.
No good, very bad at everything. So he comes in, gets onto this like the show ship, the like where they do the play.
Yeah.
And he's like about to swing he does the thing kind of where he just kind of walks up threateningly and then just kind of stands there.
Yeah.
Because then the three heroes now. They were always heroes.
They were always heroes.
Just kind of swing in on ropes. Yeah, they do something. They swing in on ropes, and then they like use their knowledge to like fight Robert, and they drop a rowboat on his head.
Yeah.
And then they use the ball to send him back to his own time.
And he's like,
and everyone claps, and they're like, "Oh, they're the heroes now."
That was the best show I've ever seen.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, that was incredible." And and then the movie basically ends.
Yeah, does anything else happen?
No, I'm pretty sure that's the end. I have a few more things I want to talk about, but that's the end of the movie.
Okay.
So that's how it ends. At the end they kind of leave us on a cliffhanger where the ball shows up again, blinking red as if they were in trouble. The help seeker shows up again as if they need help.
Someone else needs help.
Eloise needs more help.
Or Prince Alexander,
or Alexander, but they don't specify. They don't go into that.
Yeah.
So the first thing is that Pa Grape and Eloise, they just vibe.
They got something.
They got something going on. Like just the way that they interact with each other is just not how
it's very strange. She like almost falls off the boat and he catches her.
And then they just have a moment where they like
they stare into each other's eyes.
Yeah, it's really strange because I don't know, Eloise is like 14.
Yeah, and he's like
70.
Yeah, he's old.
He's like old.
Like
and
he has
a wife.
Yeah.
Back in his own time.
That's also true.
Like maybe you can give it to Eloise because like in pirate times, it might have been normal for someone that old to be with someone that young.
Swoon!
So maybe you can excuse that behavior.
Yeah.
But Pa Grape has a wife and children.
2 children. Granted, his children like Sir Frederick more than they like him.
That's true.
And
so
Caroline is apathetic at best.
This is true. So maybe
she's not nearly as loving as Adeline.
Literally. If you remember from last episode. Yeah, I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, if you guys also watch the movie, just get back to me on whether or not you think it's the same. Because I don't know what it is. I could be overthinking it, like seeing something that's not really there. But there seems to be something's
going on there. Yeah,
that isn't quite
not quite right
because she is a child and he's old.
Yeah,
and he's married.
That too.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe she just wants to get away from Willery.
Yeah, that could be it though. That's actually so valid.
She
spends way too much time with Willery, so that could be it.
Yeah. Who's your favorite character?
My favorite character.
Okay.
My favorite character is probably Larry's the cucumber.
Larry's the cucumber.
Larry's
Elliot?
the cucumber. Elliot the cucumber.
Elliot's pretty sick.
I don't know if I can say that about like vegetables and fruits. So we were thinking while we were watching this movie, right? Because these are the kinds of things that we discuss and think about while we watch movies.
Mm-hmm.
We were watching and we were thinking like in the Veggietales world, like there's all these different kind of vegetables.
Yeah.
So where are the fruits?
Yeah.
And like what's the
dynamic there?
What's the dynamic between
vegetables and fruits?
And
does Bob the tomato count as mixed?
Exactly. So what we're thinking is that they're like
at odds.
They're at odds, right? They're like they're like different.
Say it, Garrett.
They're like different races, right? You got the race, the vegetable race, and the fruit race.
Yes.
So they might be at odds.
Maybe.
We don't really know. We don't ever see them fight fruits. We just know that they don't associate because they're not really.
Well, no, pog grape is a fruit.
Oh, that's true. Pog grape.
Are grapes fruits?
Grapes are fruits.
But it's Veggietales. So like,
that's a good point.
Is a grape a vegetable? Is that what they're?
No. They're not.
Are they implying grape vegetable propaganda?
Grape vegetable propaganda.
Is that what I'm hearing?
No. There's no way. But the point though is that Bob the tomato, because everyone's like, are tomatoes really vegetables? They're kind of fruits. So that makes Bob the tomato mixed, right?
Mixed. So like in conclusion, what we were thinking is that your sweater, we're literally Bob. Yeah, we are Bob and Larry,
right? Because he's mixed.
I am mixed.
He's mixed, and
I'm short. Actually not fully a white guy. The title's kind of a lie.
The title is slightly lying, but doesn't matter.
That's besides the point.
He's literally Bob. First of all, he's shorter than me, and he's wearing all red. No, he kind of did this to himself.
Well, the comparison was to be made anyway.
That's true. He was wearing it when we watched the movie too. So, and I am tall.
I don't even remember.
And I'm also musically inclined,
like Larry.
The cucumber.
Singy songs with Larry.
Singing all the silly songs.
Silly songs with Larry.
So yeah,
I'm smarter than Garrett too. You know.
Yeah, that could be said.
That could be said.
That I am more dense.
No, I'm more dense.
Okay, true. I am less.
Moving on.
But
in conclusion, Garrett and I are Larry and Bob, respectively.
Yeah, that was just kind of the thought we had while we were watching this film.
Yeah.
Even though Bob wasn't in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
what happened?
My other thing is they make a really big deal throughout the movie that Larry's character has this list, right?
Yes.
He's supposed to be like the most scared. Like he's just like scared of everything.
Yeah.
But he has a physical list.
Well, we never see it, but it must be physical.
It must be physical. He has a list of like everything he's afraid of, and he won't go near any of those things. He like they're
non-negotiable.
Yeah,
I think he says that at one point.
he like at the beginning they ask them to go down to like the back room to get them like a fork. Like their girlfriend asks them to go down to get like a fork or something.
And Ellen.
Yeah, and they're like,
Elliot's like,
Elliot, can you go down and get a fork for me, please? And he's like, it's on my list. And he's like, I can't. He
did a perfect Larry voice. I'll practice my Bob voice for the next Veggietales review.
The next Veggietales episode?
Yeah. He's gonna go. Yeah, they ask him to go into the basement.
Yeah, and he's like, "It's on my list," and says that he can't go because it's on his list.
Mm-hmm.
And there are multiple other points.
He has other things on this list.
Things on his list. So I just thought we should make a comprehensive list of what we think is on his list.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
We already know some snakes, bears, spiders. Dark, the dark,
the sea serpent,
sea serpents.
They do fight a sea serpent. We didn't really talk about that, but it's like the dumbest sea serpent ever.
Yeah, because he gets
eaten by a sea serpent.
By the sea serpent, and then in the sea serpent's stomach, he finds the off switch.
Yeah,
so like it's just the worst designed sea serpent of all time.
What is Robert the Terrible doing?
Yeah, like this is just another example of Robert the Terrible being terrible at his own job.
Yeah.
Like he's just not good. Anyway.
His list.
Yeah, the list. So what else do you think we can put on it safely?
On Larry's list?
Heights?
Ants.
Ants?
Ants.
Probably ants. Ants are terrifying. Can we put heights on the list? Like we have to think about
heights for sure.
Think about Elliot. We have to
we can't think about heights. He's scared of going to that's Sedgwick.
Exactly.
So what else is he scared of?
And
I think he's scared of getting clapped by the clapping pass.
Oh, he's scared of the clapping pass.
The terror on his face when he's like just gets through.
The clapping pass is on the list.
It's definitely on the list.
He's scared of the clapping pass. 100%. What else can we put on the list? Was he
scared of the tavern?
The tavern, root beer. He's scared of root beer. He was a little bit intimidated by the tavern, I think. He's probably scared of.
Or was Willery intimidated by the tavern?
Willery is intimidated by everything.
Yeah. Don't be like Willery.
Don't
be like Willery.
He was definitely scared of Madame
Blueberry.
Blueberry.
Oh,
Madame.
Don't drop your phone.
Sorry. He's definitely was scared of Madame Blueberry.
Mm-hmm.
So that can go on the list. Blueberries. Fruits. Oh! Fruits can go on the list. List. The other race.
The international.
Does that make him a racist?
Because he's scared of her?
Because he's scared.
Well, is he scared of her because she's a blueberry or because she smashed a coconut?
That's the question. Because what's on the list? Her specifically or fruits?
Either way, it's racist a little bit.
Okay, yeah. So,
in conclusion, Garrett is a racist.
Whoa! No. No, that's not true at all.
It's not true in the slightest.
Take that back.
It can't be taken back. But if it could be taken back, I take it back.
What do you mean it can't be taken back?
It's been said. I said it.
Yeah.
I take it back.
Okay.
But you still heard it.
No one heard it. I'll cut it out. I probably won't cut it out.
He'll make it a clip. And put it
probably.
Put it on the gram.
To get put on our Instagram. Yeah, what else can we put on the list? Robert? Can Robert be on the list?
Bro, who's scared of Robert at this point?
By the end, maybe not, but like
initially,
Robert can be on the list.
Sure.
Or
the Walking Rocks,
pirates as a whole on the list.
They are pirates.
No, but they're pirates who don't do anything.
But they're still pirates.
I guess that's true.
Or are they measly cabin boys?
Measly cabin.
You design.
Measly cabin boys. No, so I guess they're not afraid of pirates because they look up to Sir Frederick. So you can't put pirates on the list.
Definitely the cheese curd things and the Walking Rocks.
Yeah, that's true. He was pretty scared of the Walking Rocks. And the cheese curd things were just genuinely terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
I would also be scared of the cheese curd things.
Apparently, he's not afraid of bombs.
That's true.
Bro
he grabs the bomb.
Bro is after bomb.
For having a list of everything he's afraid of, and it seems like a pretty comprehensive list.
Yeah.
If sea monsters are on the list.
Yeah. Explosives are not on the list
very explicitly because he goes up and he's like, I don't think it's a bomb, and then presses a button.
Why does he know about bombs?
Yeah, maybe.
Garrett,
No?
do you know perchance
About bombs?
about bombs?
I do not know about bombs, no. No, never have learned about
He's
bombs.
actually flying soon.
Why would you
Put him on a watch
why
list?
Would you say that out loud?
Somebody put him on a watch list.
Nope. I don't need to be on any watch list.
Put him on the RCMP's most wanted list.
Don't put me on any list. Except for Larry's list.
Except for the Book of Life.
The Book of the names in the Book of Life.
You want to be on Elliot's list?
No, I don't want to be on Elliot's list. Did I say that?
Yeah.
I did not mean to say that. My bad. Oh, the cleaner's coming by. I don't know if you guys can hear that.
I don't know.
There's a scrubber outside.
Garrett, does it bother you that plant has been just like
What plant?
the plant right behind
It's like
you?
in my head.
Yeah, it's like
I like brush
in
up
your
against
head.
it every time I move.
How does that make you feel?
I'm glad you pointed it out. That makes me feel heard, Owen.
You're welcome, my dear friend.
He's so like hesitant to.
Well, I was coping over the fact that you said you felt heard and you never said anything about it.
I could disappear into the tree.
You're not that green. You're not as green as a cucumber.
You're right.
Your hair was so red for a moment there. And yet he's not the tomato.
It's usually pretty red.
Really? Rating system?
Oh, rating. Yeah. Okay. So we need another rating system. What were you thinking? Do you have an idea? Or
we could do
candies? All right. So rate this. We're gonna rate the movie as if on a scale of like what candy would it be, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With candy corn being like the worst.
Yeah, candy corn is the bottom.
And maybe the
tier.
best is. I'll let you say what you think the best is.
The best candy.
My favorite is the Jolly Rancher Misfit gummies.
Oh yeah,
I love those.
Mine are Sour Patch Kids. That would be the top tier. So like something like that. That's the kind of that doesn't really make any sense as a tier list. But
it never will.
That's the tier list.
I think personally, this is a Swedish berries.
Okay.
So like pretty good.
Very niche.
I mean, sure.
Like I wouldn't choose Swedish berries just any day.
Yeah, like I wouldn't choose it. But if I'm having it, I'm having a good time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that's fair.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. Mm-hmm. I think I would. Oh, okay. I gotta like kind of think about this one.
That's my shoelace rubbing against
shoelace?
the
Okay.
table.
I think for me it would be like a Kit Kat like bite. Like, you know,
that's not a candy. That's a chocolate.
I'm counting it.
No,
because it's
guys,
candy. Chocolate is candy.
Guys, unless I'm crazy, flame him in the comments.
No, that's real.
Make him even redder than usual.
Chocolate is candy. I stand by my answer.
Chocolate
like a bag of
and
like Kit Kat, like not like a Kit Kat bar, but like the bites. You know what I mean when I say that?
Like mini Kit Kat?
Yeah. But
like the ones you sell in Halloween.
Ones you get in like a
for
bag.
Halloween?
No. Like you. Okay.
Oh no, I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Kit Kat bites, because like. Sorry, the video cut off again. So I think it's like a Kit Kat bite, because I like chocolate specifically because I think that like I'm definitely not always in the mood for chocolate, but it's like kind of the same thing. Mm-hmm. When I have chocolate in the right context, it's still going to be good. Mm-hmm. Like I know it'll be good. That's not what I want every day.
Every day?
Chocolate is too much.
Chocolate is a lot.
Chocolate is a lot.
How big of a bag?
Like I don't know, like an average sized bag. You want the bottle?
No, I just want the last little bit.
Okay. I don't know, like one of those, like, I don't know, like a bag you'd get, like a decent sized bag, a shareable bag.
I don't think I'd watch that movie alone.
I don't think I'd watch it alone either.
It's not that kind of movie. But it makes a great time.
Honestly, though, I don't know if I could watch a movie alone.
I could watch a movie.
Ouchie! My brother's gonna cringe when he hears me say that.
For our audio listeners, I just threw the Dr. Pepper bottle at Owen.
I flicked it at him first.
Oh, just for the record, that was no hate to Dr. Pepper. We love it.
We love
this
Dr.
Is our favorite
Pepper.
drink.
It's actually the only one we're legally allowed to drink during the podcast.
We've decided ourselves by no real legal party that we
except
ourselves. We cannot legally drink another drink other than Dr. Pepper while researching or creating the podcast. So please sponsor us. Once again,
Pepper,
we're asking again, Dr. Pepper.
Us.
Please sponsor us.
Please do it.
Please do it. I doubt that anyone from Dr. Pepper will sit through our entire podcast to hear that right at the end.
You know, you never know.
But we're asking you.
We've got to sponsor your flight.
We're begging
somehow.
you. We're begging you. Please sponsor us. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
That was our official rating.
That
was that.
Next week.
Next week.
Next week.
In 2 weeks.
Next week.
There will be another episode.
Yeah. Where we cover something.
Yeah. We will cover a film of sorts. A film that we will choose at some point. And it'll be really entertaining.
That is how this works.
Yeah, if you've enjoyed so far, I don't know, follow us on Spotify.
Yeah.
Subscribe on the YouTube channel.
If you want to watch this movie that we've talked about,
oh yeah,
it's on DVD. It's also available for rent on I think
Prime.
Yeah, on Prime for like $6 Canadian.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's all we got.
I feel like
follow us on Instagram.
Yeah. Oh, on Spotify, there's the poll on the first episode.
Yes.
For our fifth.
I think it's over now.
Is it over now?
I think it's over now.
Should we add it again?
We can add another poll under this one.
Okay, sure.
The fifth episode of each,
Every fifth episode. We'll be covering a movie that's like considered really good.
Yeah. And like you guys get to choose.
Yeah, you guys get to choose. We'll probably still be talking about good movies in like the other 4 slots.
But every 5 will be audience choice.
Yes.
So you guys vote in the Spotify. There'll be a poll on Spotify.
Yeah. Or spam in the comments on YouTube. Or
spam in the comments whatever movie you think we should do.
Yeah.
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 I think that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
That's all.
Thank you so much for watching or listening or whatever you're doing right now, wherever you are.
God bless you. Have a wonderful evening.
Have a wonderful evening.
Day, morning, dusk, dawn.
Morning, dusk. Yeah. That's it. Good morning.
Good morning.